Kept spelling my name wrong for a decade. Enjoy chasing a ghost for taxes. So this one dates back from years ago, when you would fill your income statement manually, like with a pen on a form. In those days, in my country, we didn't have a withholding tax system. But you would pay in year 2007 the taxes on your income of year 2006. Of course, the form would come by mail pre-filled, with name and details, and also some quite accurate amounts, because the state already knows pretty well how much you make. My family name is a bit complex, being multi-part, and with unusual letter clusters in the middle. Mistakes are understandable, but you would expect the Revenue Service to be exact on that matter. Unfortunately, they weren't. They kept misspelling it every year on the form, and on all the subsequent forms like tax statements and tax returns, they would mail me, despite my correcting it manually every year on my income statement in black. Then in red, then the following year with neon red Sharpies, then 1 year later adding a sticky note, then adding a whole letter, then adding a letter and copies of my ID as proof, etc. But they weren't budging. It was quite irritating, because the tax statement has to be shown on several occasions when you interact with the state administration or justice. Everybody would notice the discrepancy. Everyone was understanding that it was obviously a mistake from the Revenue Service, but it was still annoying on so many levels, the most basic of which being a matter of respect for my identity. After 10 or 12 years of them not taking notice of my notes and corrections, upon receiving a payment notice still misspelled, I went in person to my local Revenue Service office. I asked to speak with someone about that issue. I made it very clear to the clerk that they were wrong. He was adamant that they were correct, like I wouldn't know my own name, and added, for good measure, that he couldn't change my name in their systems because he didn't have access to that, blah blah. I was having none of it, so cue malicious compliance. Me, so you said you were positively, absolutely right about my name's spelling. Clerk, me, I shall therefore stop paying my taxes. I am not the person on your forms, and there's no way you can come to me asking for that tax money, since the person on your forms doesn't live at that address, and in fact does not exist. Clerk, asterisk mouth is gaping, eyes are so wide open they're going to pop out. Asterisk, me, but in case you need that tax money, you know how to write my actual name. And I left with a smirk. I actually did not pay that tax installment. In those days, you paid your taxes in 3 installments over the year. 2 weeks later, I got a reminder letter, without the 10% penalty normally owed for late payment, and with my name correctly spelled. Shouldn't have wasted so many Sharpies over the years. Edit, added the mention about the payment notice for clarity.